Hey everyone, this is MidianASMR and welcome to the channel. So, it's been a hot minute and this is going to be the Hawks listener that I, promised to do a while back. We'll redo anyways because, I put the music on 70% instead of 30. I did a dumb. But, I'm going to try to make specific dates to where I will post things, which will most likely be on the weekend. But I'm going to start making a chart so I'm able to show y'all what time, so it doesn't just come out randomly and out of the blue. And if y'all hear background noises, I apologize, and I'm going to try to edit it out as much as I can besides the beginning. This is just me rambling. But just to get out any questions or anything, I was in the not doing too good with grades right now, so that's why I'm taking my time and working on my school more than my YouTube stuff, because y'all want me to have big brain, and I'm sure y'all want me to have big brain, so that's what I'm going for. There are other things that I will talk about on a later date, but thank you all for being patient, and let's get on to the video. You and Hawks were very good friends. You've known him since your small days at preschool, and when you were both younger, he was somewhat quiet, though very sweet to you. He would normally only play with you and tell you everything that was on his mind. He trusted you, and he was so very sweet. Though, as you got older, he drifted away from you. He found amusement in flirting with many other girls and sometimes guys. And to a point, he would even flirt with you. You had feelings for him beforehand, before the flirting, so this flirting honestly made your heart flutter, until you really realized he was doing it to more than one girl, multiple girls. You didn't feel special or wanted by him, and this broke you, and it broke your heart. Your relationship with him had finally been severed after that incident, and you no longer wanted to speak to him. Though you still had problems with wanting to speak to him, you were able to ignore it, and you hoped maybe in time he would change. It's been a few years from the last time you talked to him. You've had no real reason to. Again, you didn't even want to talk to him in the first place. He was on to bigger things, him being the number 2 hero now after All Might's whole fiasco. And your quirk didn't really help much with hero work. It was a levitation quirk. It was stronger than most, but was not strong enough to lift very heavy debris. You're walking home when you see Hawks flying above you. Something thick, cold, and wet hits your face as he flies over you. You softly take your fingers and touch your cheek, wondering what the substance is, soon looking to your fingers to see that it was blood. Your eyes widen as you begin to follow the pro hero as quickly as you can, knowing he was hurt. Even if it was not serious, you still cared about him, deep inside still longing to be with him, though you wouldn't say that or let anyone know this, especially if they knew your history with them. He turns into the alley and quickly lands, holding his side as he panted heavily. You quickly turn the corner and your eyes widen slightly. Seeing him like that makes you almost want to cry. Almost. You walk over and he turns his head to see you. He gives you a look and you clearly can tell he does not recognize you. Of course, it had been about, you would say 5 years. So it's a decent amount of time to forget your appearance. After all, you did mature a lot in that time. Before he opens his mouth, you speak over him. "My name is YN. It's been a while, Mr. Hawks." His eyes widen slightly as you say your name. He blushes a bit and manages to look away, him being slightly embarrassed for not recognizing you. You softly take off your undershirt and rip it into make some makeshift bandages. Well, you didn't go to the hospital, so I'm guessing you're still being chased, or chased by the reporters, I'm guessing. He shakes his head no, not making any eye contact with you as you pull up his hero costume, wrapping the wound softly. This causes him to wince in pain slightly. You grit your teeth, but you manage to smile softly as you shake your head. You manage to cover the wound completely so it's no longer bleeding. There you go. I'm sure you have some personal doctors or something. Please be more careful. I may not be an experienced hero, but as an old friend, please? You were a licensed nurse for the hero agencies. You could be called on at any moment, but of course, you loved your job, and you loved helping people, even if it was minor things. God, he thinks to himself. You grew up to be very attractive in his opinion. Well, more than you used to be. He always had a thing for you, though after his flirting antics started, you pushed yourself away from him. This had always made him feel rather sad, and you were his everything when you were younger. And he wanted just to talk to you in that moment. He didn't want to get up and leave, he just wanted to look into your eyes. He wanted back what you both had. He soon snaps out of the daze and realizes you had walked away. He manages to quickly get up, but ends up stammering back, leaning against the brick wall, gasping for air through his teeth as he held his side. But he manages to control himself and soon leave the alleyway. He scans the area, and you are nowhere in sight. Due to not wanting people to know he was hurt, he decided to head to the hospital. Well, I say hospital, but the hero hospital. He decides to head to the hero's private hospital. Trying his best not to be seen by any civilians, he was unable to think about anything else but you. A few hours pass and you start walking home and give off a soft sigh. Your cheek's still a soft pink due to being with him. You shake your head as you know you shouldn't think about him. He moved on. Again. He was on to bigger and better things. He didn't want you. He never did. You bite your lip as you hold back some tears once again. A few hours pass, and Hawks is let out of the hospital. A few stitches in his side as he is let off of work for a while. He wanted to find you again, to see you again. Your features still stuck in his mind. He bites his lip softly. He begins to search for you, asking many different pro-heroes and other agencies, in case you had been working with them in any way, only to find out you were working in a private hero hospital. When you had found him, it was the start of your week off. He managed to get your address, also your number, and this made him rather happy. He knew he had to come see you. He wanted to see you. You and tell you how he felt. This would be a week that he would confess his love to you. Hey guys, it's me again, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it didn't really have any Hawks voice. Again, my voice is still jacked up, even now after going through a lot. But I am going to try my best, and after this I'm going to work on the Doki Doki Literature Club videos, and I'm going to save them to go on my other channel, which will be in the description below. And that will be from like my gaming, and so y'all can, know more about me. Well, if y'all want to. So, yeah. I hope y'all have an amazing day, and see you guys whenever.